Thank you, Senator Sonia Chang Diaz. So, I didn't know, and I still don't know, how I'm gonna do as I talk through essentially my wounds. So I just first want to start by just saying thank you to my colleagues who are here, and thank you to State Senator Sonia Chang Diaz for giving me this space. And so I've spent the last week thinking about and dealing with the trauma of what we've all seen. Because it is trauma, and for most of our communities, it's a reopened trauma, including myself. When I was a teenager, I drove down to Providence, and on the way back, I got lost. I took a wrong turn, and I was in a little plaza. I don't even know where I was. I was in a little plaza. It was about midnight-ish, and so nobody was there. It was a little town, right, the blinking red light. And so I took the U-turn. Thank you. I took the U-turn, and I see the lights go on immediately, and so my heart dropped pretty much instantly. I didn't know what had happened. I didn't know why there were lights on me, and I knew I was alone on a dark street. And so, you know, I knew the drill, right? I turned the lights on, I put the hands on the steering wheel, put the windows down, make it very clear that there is not a threat. There's no reason to be afraid of me. And immediately upon reaching my window, it was a state trooper, and I recall it pretty vividly. I've never forgot it. He said, "Are you stupid?" And I said, "I don't think so." And he said, "Can I search your car? Is there anything on you that you wouldn't want me to know about?" And I said, "No." He said, "Get out the car." That's pretty, I did. He came around. He did a little quick cursory check. He touched my body and pulled his gun out again and pointed it at me. And he asked me again if I was stupid. In that moment, time stopped for me. I thought about my parents, my father who's here today. I thought about things I had not told people. I thought about people who I wanted to see again. I thought about things that I wanted for myself. Things that I wanted to see for myself. I looked at him and I said, "Yes." And he said, "I'm going to give you a verbal since you're stupid." And he let me drive home. And I don't have a scar on me. I didn't have a bruise. But I have wounds that I'll never lose. And I wish I could tell you that that was an outlier, that that was just something that happened. But Mr. Fernandez wrote a Medium article yesterday where he described the same situation. Everybody here can express a story or a time in which they were made to feel unsafe or not human, where they felt disrespected by law enforcement. And so you can imagine how it feels to understand the trauma and the anger that you see that are being displayed to you on a daily basis in this country, in this city. Because unless you've ever felt truly powerless, unless you've ever felt like your life is forfeit, like you are not in control of it, like it can be taken from you, and nothing will happen, unless you've ever been touched without consent, unless you've ever been searched and felt your personal belongings gone through, unless you've ever known that we have rights, but God forbid we ask you to adhere to them. Unless you know that feeling, you likely don't know how hurtful it is to see somebody die on camera and have colleagues who are well-intentioned, who want to help, but whose policies and whose work to this point have left you alone. To them I say this: you will not have peace, true peace, until you have policy on the floor. You do not get to just say, I hear you, I see you, and go about your day. You are likely experiencing, as we all are, a level of uncomfortable ease, lack of ease, and a real introspection into how you can be helpful. And so we've given you some ways, some real concrete ways to do that. But here are some others. Raise up your colleagues. Lift them up. When they're stripped of chairmanships, when they're stripped of having bills on the floor, when resolutions about our value of our lives, when resolutions about police brutality can't go up for a vote, where's your voice? Use it. Thank you.